Hello, I'm Zoe, and I'm a trans woman, and I live near Bristol, well, just about half an hour outside, because I moved recently, and we're living out in the countryside now, and it's beautiful. It's nearly 5 months since I had the facial feminization surgery, and it's already becoming a little bit of a distant memory. And of course, I have changed a little, and maybe I look more feminine now. You will be the judge of that. But looking back, I can remember that before the operation, I went for a walk with the dogs, and I felt pretty anxious then about the prospect of surgery. Right now, I'm having a lovely walk with the dogs on a glorious day, and wondering how I'm going to cope. I've been talking to the nurse Laura, about all the things that are going to happen, and I had the blood test, which has been a bit of a breakneck thing, running around doing that. Everything seems to be ready, and in just 2 or 3 days, off I go down to London to get it done.
We'll be calling at London Paddington only.
I travelled from Bristol Temple Mead Station down to London Paddington and arrived in London, and then there was the wait, the anxious, what felt like interminable wait for the actual surgery to happen. I've been here for ages and just nothing seems to be happening, and I'm trying to stay calm. Not easy, but in due course something's going to have to happen, I hope. But of course it did, and suddenly I'm out of it, and I'm back lying in bed feeling pretty sorry for myself. I thought I might feel quite high, on the general anaesthetic, on the effects of it, but no, I didn't. I just felt pretty rough. And that night I didn't sleep at all well. I kept waking up every few minutes. But the next day I had to travel back on the train to London, and that was really an ordeal. It felt difficult, having to drag myself out. And we got back, and it took me maybe a few days recovery. I had to go back again to London for a further checkup a few days later, still staggering on, but mostly just resting in bed. Really woozy, sorry for myself, and rather sore. Lost quite a bit of sleep. But it's done. Now the long haul. And then after a week I was up and about. But the main impact was never the pain that I had, but it was more about the impact of the general anaesthetic itself, the 5-hour operation. And it felt like there were a lot of toxins in my body. Certainly my body said, no, I don't like this. I don't like what's happened to me. And it took me a while, quite a long while, to begin to feel completely free of that. But the healing itself went really without any trouble, and I had to visit again back to London and be checked out, no complications. And then it was off to Paddington again, and on to Wimpole Street. And here I am. I've had my forehead lifted, I've had eyebrows lifted, I've had the lip lifted, and I've had my nose reduced in size. And so here I am, a newer me. But, of course, like so many trans people, it's not enough. And I feel the lower part needs dealing with now, so I'm going to get facelift, which will affect me there, and neck, which will do that, and then that will then review my Adam's apple, and that will be shaved. And that's going to be done in December. And that really, as far as my face is concerned, will be that. Whatever. I just have to accept the situation. And in general, how am I? Well, it's not been particularly easy living my life as a trans woman. Not easy at times at all. I feel less confident very often in dealing in social situations. But, do I regret it? Do I regret the steps that I took now over a year ago? No. No, I've never had any sense of regret. In fact, the idea of it not having happened now feels impossible.